third quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now Geno on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 63 yards. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Danny Johnson returning. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a lot.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Now it's Lockett. And running with power here.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
Will Disley, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up second down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Play action. It's Smith. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Returning it, Johnson. Now here's Johnson.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a camp.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
finding the end zone yet again.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Johnson now returning.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Second down, Brissett.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Myers Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
He was brought down there by Julian Love. From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And his throw is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. But so far, there he goes, right side.
Still going.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Seahawks just continue to roll.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Here's Walker.
And this time he is in.
Ken Walker
with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Keep in mind he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall up.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Seahawks.
DK Metcalf, 51 yards. And the Seahawks are pouring it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
He flat out can't be stopped.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After the interception, here's Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 30 yards.
And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Toss left side for Walker.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. Throwing on third down, Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He'll return it from the 6.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the 50, it's Smith. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Brissett.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Tyler Lockett. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Brissett now. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett finding the end zone yet again.
And the Seahawks add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Draymond Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Shifts by him.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Smith on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again.
Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost all...
Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Here's Brissett.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Oh, nice move. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Smith now on 2nd down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to the...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett. He flat out can't be stopped.
And the Seahawks just continue to roll.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, you know, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. To throw, Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing an...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Seahawks are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row.
Down the right sideline. He's on his way.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker
finding the end zone yet again.
And the Seahawks are pouring it on. Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Tressway now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Lockett. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Tyler Lockett. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return. And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. To throw is Brissett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 33 in the first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Smith.
Out right to Smith and Jigba.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet?
Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 2nd and 10.
Brissett.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Some strong running at the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're going to speed things up here. Smith going to throw it. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. Running right, here's Walker. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And the Seahawks have picked it up.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense back out there. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but
I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's real.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks, the train just keeps
Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you find the right coaches to hire for your staff and upgrade them to help improve your team both on and off the Staff points can be used across all of your when you have enough to see what effect some talent trees make you select a path to follow.
Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.